Mufti Saab, nowadays in the UK, it's quite popular that a lot of these bigger franchises such as KFC, Nando's, maybe Subway for example, they say that they're halal with a HFA certificate. Are they actually halal to eat?
What we find is you have many of these halal boards that authorize slaughtering, which actually goes against the Sharia. And the only halal board that we found that are following the strict guidelines are HMC. That's why if you see HMC certificate, you can have the peace of mind that alhamdulillah, proper investigation is taking place. But the others, and likewise when you see with KFC, when you see with Nando's, and many other of these major franchises, they have those certificates which permit the stunning of the animals. And what happens is, when you stun, let's say a chicken, there's no 100% guarantee that that chicken hasn't died due to the stunning. Because when you stun an animal, and it's still alive, and now you slaughter that animal, even though it's makruh, but it's halal. So it's halal, but it's absolutely makruh, means you've gone against the sunnah way. But when you stun the chicken, and that chicken has died due to the stunning, and now you slaughter it, then it will be absolutely haram. The Quran in Surah An-Nahl makes it absolutely clear. فَكُلُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ حَلَالًا طَيِّبًا. That only consume what? That rizq Almighty Allah has given you, the sustenance Almighty Allah has given you from the halal and pure. That which is pure and halal is that which a Muslim must consume. That which has been slaughtered in a way which goes against the Sharia, and the animal has died due to the stunning, and now it's been slaughtered straight after it's died, it will be absolutely haram. We cannot consume such food. So the issue we have with Nando's or KFC or whichever other one of these franchises that have those certificates is that we don't know with certainty that the meal that they're giving you, that animal, did it die after the stunning before it was actually slaughtered? Or did it not die and it was slaughtered in accordance to the Sharia, but still in a disliked way? We don't know. This is why when you look at HMC certificates, they only authorize those that have been slaughtered by non-stunning. And people say, oh, but in this country you have to stun the animals. No, the exemption is religious. We have exemptions here. Many of times, they don't even have somebody reading the takbir. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. You understand? They may have a cassette just playing of an individual, and there's no actual individual pronouncing it. So we have many issues here, and people need to be careful, and they need to make sure that the food that they're consuming is absolutely halal, and if they're doubtful, then abstain from it.
What if there's a restaurant owner who's Muslim and the workers there are Muslim, and they, let's say for some reason they don't have a HFC certificate?
HMC,
yeah. For example. But they say it's halal,
yes,
to you. Can you then...
Good question. You got a takeaway, you got a restaurant, they don't have HMC. They're like, oh, we don't want to be paying per month, or we can't afford to pay per month for HMC, whatever their fees are. Now, by them not complying to the HMC and not having a HMC certificate doesn't mean they're haram. If they make sure that their animals that are coming from the abattoir or from the butchers, the whole chain is absolutely legit and everything's in accordance to the Sharia, the food will be halal. They don't need to have that certificate. But as a consumer, when you see a certificate and you're like, this is from an actual legit organization that follows the Sharia properly, then you have peace of mind. Do you understand? Otherwise, how do we go into each takeaway, each restaurant and go do full investigation? Very difficult. You understand? But I like to clarify again, you don't need an actual HMC certificate. However, how are you going to make it clear to everybody that you've slaughtered it properly? So as long as the people have trust in you, as the owner of the restaurant or people working in the restaurant to takeaway, that's absolutely fine. Likewise with the butchers, then it's absolutely fine. It needs to be done in accordance to the Sharia, where so much care is given. The animal is looked after, it's not slaughtered in front of other animals. It's cut in the jugular vein. The knife is sharpened not in front of the animal. So much love and care is given to the animal that's willing to be slaughtered in the way of Almighty Allah so that humans can consume it. This is the beautiful Islamic way.